thank the Penwood Review, which is a national poetry group. They published this poem called "A Culture to Itself." And this is actually a real place. When I lived in Modesto, California, I went to a barber shop where Jay and Paul were the barbers. And they were both in their 80s, very lively, energetic 80s. But Jay was great because he would tell me all these stories about being a private investigator and all this. But Paul, later on in the day, because they would get there at 4 in the morning, they would open their shop at 4 in the morning. But if you showed up like 3 in the afternoon, he'd be so tired, he would fall asleep while he was cutting your hair. And so you'd have the clippers, and you felt him just lean up on you, and the clippers going, and Jay would go, Paul! And he'd come back up, and he would start cutting your hair again. So I wrote this poem based upon my experience there. It was just a great place. A culture to itself. Paul will drift away as he stands with hair remnants around. It's amazing to see, scissors, comb, and razor. His eyes shut and he leans forward just enough for the head of a voice to act as a pillar for REM. His quiet life and tie somehow intertwine. Jay can cut 2 to Paul's 1. He will converse in a language all his own. He speaks of private investigators and the dead with new hair. I've seen him almost butcher a man, more blood on the razor than a surgery table. Escalon, where Derry was his childhood, sleeps well with him. Together they are a business of being, a history all their own. Many will come and provide appendages to their pages of story. For $3.50, a bargain of life is dished in a historical array. Pictures hang as sand on the wall, no names, just faces with hours of words. Together we sit. I wonder if Mr. McHenry ever pondered the life that would happen on a street named after him. In a barbershop where teacher and hobo, minister and taxi driver converge to smell the same talc powder and touch the moment where something but silence exists for the day.
Find that fountain, this I know. My path is freshly trampled. Each upward step helps me grow. His goodness I have sampled. Yet in the walk I come to see who I am not. This mountain's wind sings the decree, what I'm all about. Those who set their sights on things that aren't fixed are lost in dark beyond light, with hearts so very vexed. Aim the eyes of your heart on that which will not move. Find the grace that ever imparts, the love that has been proved. Find your bearing on the one, the bright and shining star. Know the Father and the Son, and know just who you are.
Fall, harvest ball, colored trees standing so tall, a cool breeze, colors as far as the eyes can see. A time for harvest, a time for rest, a new season for all, God gives us a call. Come, my dear children, and prepare. Take the harvest for the winter to bear.
So remember, when you venture out, you never have to worry, never have to doubt. He will always be there forever at your side, for it was written why he lived and died.
For I want you to be a perennial, not an annual. For you will not grow and flower in one season, but you must be strong and pass through winter each year to bloom and produce seed, which will add to my garden. You are my perennial, dear child. Put down your roots deep into me. When you hear praises of thy beauty, remember to point to me to witness that I am thy gardener. My love will raise you, protect you from the wind and freeze. My love will sustain you. My love will hold you and let you go. My love will keep you through each season of your life, for I want you to be a part of my eternal bouquet.
I was proud to be an American when our founding fathers laid the foundation of our government on the solid rock, Jesus Christ. I was proud to be an American when others would help each other through tough times. I was proud to be an American when people of America and the governors representing us, or congressmen, would stand up for what was right. I was proud to be an American when blackmail was not in our government system. I was proud to be an American when we could speak freely in the schools of Jesus Christ. I was proud to be an American when the media would not try to make fools out of the people who were wise and trying to lead our country in the right
guardians of this valley for many generations. Lush vineyards, orchards, and fields, laughter mingled with homemade wine under the cottonwood trees, the ones you scrape away for one more gated community. Branchwood used to carve the image of the simple Savior, the one that was acquainted with their sorrows, has been reduced to one more art acquisition. Hanging silently in your feng shui home, I see you at the post office wrapped in the wealth of your new Land Rover, but you don't see me, the invisible great-granddaughter of the saint that worked his martyred hands for your current abode.
You will not help me. Why do I help you going to the fall? I see you, but I cannot hear you. I feel you, but I cannot touch you. I know you are there, but yet I am alone. I cry, but I have no tears. I speak aloud, but I hear nothing. I shout, but there is only silence. I sit in the darkness, but all I see is the light. I walk in the light, but all I see is the darkness. I breathe, but there is no air. I sleep, but there is no rest. Why do I laugh, though it is sad? Why do I cry, though it is funny? I scratch, but there is no itch. I run, but there is no movement.
The rest of us, we stumble around, almost drunkenly, as we seek. Ask, he says, and I'll reveal myself. And so I ask, but I don't hear. But I continue to search. And I find myself caught up in what I call the healthy confusion. Now, why do I call it a healthy confusion? Because as I seek that calling, I continue to pursue him.